Thank you for joining me here at the First Alert Desk on Atlanta News First Plus. I am Maria Moreau, taking a live look outside now. We have First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris joining us in a few moments to talk about your weekday forecast. But first, this is Catch Up Quick, so let's get you caught up on the stories making headlines. I want to take you out to Gwinnett now, where we are following a shooting involving an officer. This breaking this morning, if you were with us on Atlanta News First during our morning hours. Police say an officer shot a suspect just outside of Snellville after he apparently pointed a gun at them. Atlanta News First reporter Sarah Hammond is with the First Alert Breaking News Tracker with the latest on what we know in this investigation.
We're here on Holland Drive in Gwinnett County where police have cleared the scene. But take a look at this house behind me. This home here has been the focal point of the investigation all night. You can still see some crime scene tape up here. But we know Gwinnett County Police responded to a 911 call just after 11:30 last night. In that 911 call, a neighbor said they heard 4 to 5 gunshots and someone screaming. When Gwinnett County police officers arrived, they heard arguing coming from inside of this house. Police say as officers were getting ready to make contact with the people inside, a man walked out the front door. Officers identified themselves, and they say that's when the man pointed a gun at the officer. That officer fired one shot and hit the man. He was taken to the hospital where he is expected to survive, and the department says charges are forthcoming. They have not yet publicly identified the suspect.
One officer fired his gun one time, striking the suspect. The suspect dropped the gun. That gun was then picked up by officers who immediately began rendering aid.
Police say no one else inside the home was hurt, but they are still investigating what led up to that initial 911 call. In Gwinnett County, Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
And deputies in West Georgia are being credited with capturing the suspect of a deadly shooting at Fort Eisenhower. That is on the other side of the state. Now, 3 hours after the Army installation in Augusta was put on lockdown, the suspect was taken into custody in Meriwether County. That's about an hour southwest of Atlanta. The search began when deputies received a tip that the suspect was headed in their direction. Now, deputies say they saw the man throw a gun out of his car window before they tried to stop him. He was then taken into custody and handed over to the Army's Criminal Investigation Division. The victim was found shot in on-post housing at Fort Eisenhower and later died. We are still working to learn the names of the suspect and the victim in this shooting. As soon as we get any new information, you'll be the first to hear it on air and online and right here on Atlanta News First Plus. And I want to talk about something that might be impacting you, especially if you are still holiday shopping. A potential strike is on the horizon for Amazon. Some workers across Metro Atlanta are threatening to walk off the job if Amazon doesn't agree to make some changes. Now, drivers want higher pay and better benefits. Atlanta News 4's Asia Wilson reports from an Amazon facility in Alpharetta.
We're a little over a week away from Christmas, and with the workload increasing, some Amazon delivery drivers say they feel underpaid and undervalued. It's the reason why more than 200 of them joined the Teamsters Union to demand change. The group gave Amazon until Sunday, which was yesterday, to start negotiations, or some of the workers could go on strike beginning today. They want better working conditions and benefits. Some drivers saying they feel overwhelmed, but at the same time claim there's no guarantee they're ever scheduled for a 40-hour work week. Now, last week, several of these drivers held a march inside of a warehouse in DeKalb County. They want the trillion-dollar company to bargain with them, and quickly.
Better pay, better working conditions, hazard pay, more higher quality like equipment, winter coats.
An Amazon spokesperson sent us a statement which says in part the Teamsters have continued to intentionally mislead the public, claiming that they represent thousands of Amazon employees and drivers. They don't, and this is another attempt to push a false narrative about the independent small businesses who deliver on our behalf. We also asked Amazon if there were a strike, would this impact shipping and cause shipping delays? No response just yet. Meanwhile, that deadline has already passed, so what happens next is up in the air. In Alpharetta, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
But we got a
And
lot.
let's talk about this one because it could be impacting you and your wallet. Governor Brian Kemp has a bit more on his plate going into 2025. He's putting together a commission that could help Georgians save some money. Now, the governor is now the chair of the Commission on Career Pathways and Credentials. The group will bring together leaders from across the South to improve education pathways that lead to rewarding careers. Commission members include school superintendents, principals, teachers, and business leaders, and they hope it goes a long way for the Georgians that could benefit from a commission and a board just like this one. All right, I know this is catch up quick, and we like to keep it local, but we got to talk about this news that is making weather headlines across the nation. I mean, take a look at your screen right now. Here's definitely something you don't see every day. This is a rare tornado in Northern California. In a video posted on Facebook, the tornado rips through Scotts Valley, California. The National Weather Service later rating it an EF1 with winds reaching up to 90 miles per hour. Now, several people were hurt after a car ended up getting flipped over in a Target parking lot. The twister also damaging homes and thousands of people left without power. And that is definitely something you don't want to be caught in. So for the people that are impacted by this, we hope their recovery goes forward in a speedy manner. And of course, you do want to make sure you're monitoring your weather wherever you are. And with that, I want to talk a little bit about first alert weather here in Atlanta. Atlanta News first alert meteorologist Rodney Harris will be joining us here in just a moment to talk about your forecast for the week ahead.
Hey everybody, I'm First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris. What a start to your week here across North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. Very cold, very cloudy, very misty to start the day. Here is a look at that First Alert forecast on the right-hand side of your screen. The good news about today is you don't have to worry about any rain anymore. That rain won't return until tomorrow, and even then the chance is only at about 30%. So here is that high-resolution forecast model. A few showers out there Tuesday morning. Those showers will continue throughout Tuesday afternoon. The coverage is only at about 30%, but those showers will be there, so watch out for that. And then going into Wednesday, Wednesday's a First Alert weather day because we have rain moving in to northwest Georgia early Wednesday, and then that will extend into Metro Atlanta Wednesday evening. I will point out these rain chances are starting to go down for Wednesday, so if that trend continues, we will eventually drop the First Alert. However, at this point, we are still looking at least the potential for showers Wednesday evening, so watch out for that. Today, the clouds will gradually start to clear out. You're going to see some peaks of sun this afternoon. 58 is your high. 70 on Tuesday, 72 on Wednesday. Wednesday and Tuesday are seeing temperatures in the 70s for the first time in Atlanta since before Thanksgiving. So definitely warmer for Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we have a cold front that's moving through on Wednesday. That's why we're seeing the rain early Wednesday morning. After that cold front passes us by, dry Thursday and Friday with highs in the 50s, so colder. Saturday, a First Alert weather day with temperatures in the 40s for highs and the 40s for highs on Sunday. So watch out for that this upcoming weekend. Your updated forecast on Atlanta News First at noon, always in the First Alert weather app. And until next time, we'll see you soon.